councillors, and welcome to this meeting of the Hertfordshire Town Council's Planning Committee. Just for the benefit of anybody who might want to watch the recording, we are an advisory committee only. Decisions are taken by the Planning Authority of St Albans, and generally speaking, we do not look at certain types of applications which are really under permitted development unless there is a reason to do so. Having said that, moving on, I can see we're all a full house, so we obviously have no apologies for absence. Do any members have a declaration of interest to make?
Yes, I do. Back page, another one of my trees.
Big year for the trees.
Big year for trees.
Thank you.
It's called the Old Orchard. Are you taking it literally?
We've got one orchard tree left.
Okay, moving on to the minutes of the meeting held on the 18th of February. Are members happy that I sign those minutes as the true record?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
I wasn't there, but...
Oh, you weren't there, I'm not asking you. No, that's something.
I'm sure you watched it back on the website.
Yes, so there's the highlights.
Yes, I don't think that counts. You have to be at the meeting.
No, I think it was probably the quality of a voted through.
Yes, we said we get to do. One of those strange things when you're picking up upward wavelength. I don't know.
I'm assuming that
Tenth.
it wasn't in my head.
10th of March.
On site reconciliation.
Very happy for you. So they just talk to you.
So, 20th March 2022. Thank you very much. Do we have any public questions? Letters of objection. I know we have been copied in on one letter of objection in respect of Pennycroft.
Yeah, and there are a couple of others which were downloaded off the St Albans website, which will come up as it goes through the planning application.
Thank you. In that case, councillors will move on to the main body of the agenda, which is the applications registered week ending 14/2/2020, applications registered week ending 21/2/2020, and applications registered the week ending 28/02/2020. We'll just work our way through these, as there are no members of the public here to register. So first of all, 5/2020/0304, which does not meet criteria required for consideration by the committee. Right, 5/2020/0318, 17 Common Lane, Batford. I wonder if we could just pull up the street scene on this one, because I'm slightly concerned. I mean, I note the comment that the design and character, there doesn't seem to be a problem, but on the parking, because, and see how near the school site it is, I think that is probably rather relevant to the parking considerations, and to see what level of parking that the property has on its own. Right. Oh, well, yes.
On the right?
With the green
one.
With the green one.
Oh, okay. I thought it was further to where it's totally
I
obscured by the
suppose
hedge.
we could potentially.
So the garage is going, isn't it?
Yes. Burned greenery, can't see. I think.
Yeah, there's a little garden behind.
There's definitely no street scene issues, because the entire street seems to be different.
So the garage sticks out quite a lot, isn't it? But I guess next door have no garden and have parking, don't they?
Well, at the moment, you couldn't drive with that drive anyway, could you?
Not unless you move the bin.
Just move the wheelie bin.
Well, you know,
I think it's probably wider than it looks. that look about the same width.
So how many is it going to then? How many bedrooms?
4/5. So it's having a nursery, which is, so it's having a bedroom and then it's having a nursery, which is from a bedroom.
In other words, a bedroom.
Yeah.
There's 2 more bedrooms.
2 more bedrooms.
And no extra parking provision.
Yes, no extra parking.
How big is that bit in front of the garage? Could we get an aerial shot of it?
Actually, I don't know whether Google Maps will comply with this one. Some Google Maps will do it and some of them won't, and this one won't. Haven't got that.
Okay, you get
I'm just raising the issue of just the proximity to the school, whether I suppose no more so than other roads that have schools behind them. So it's really just a matter of whether we just express concern, and I would specifically mention proximity to the Catherine Warrington School.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Are there any trees affected by it? Because that side of that house looks like it's got a tree next to it. And they're talking about a side extension.
Well, it's,
I guess the side extension is above the garage, isn't it?
I think is it not just, it says rear extension here? Have I missed something?
2-story side extension.
Part single-story rear extension, am I reading the right one?
Yeah, but the second bit,
Okay,
Yeah.
which I assume is that bit behind the garage.
yeah, okay, oh yes, sorry, I missed that, 2-story side extension, yeah.
That makes sense.
I think that tree is further down than it looks.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
right against the side of the house.
there aren't any trees lost
I
or any obvious on it.
No.
Just thought I'd ask the question.
Oh, good idea. So, councillors, are we have give a statement?
Yes, it's just that, you know, I've just glanced ahead, there are quite a lot to
Yes, there are.
which
And we need to
are,
be
the one
consistent.
issue is parking provision. I know it's a bit tricky to the first one, but we have to bear in mind what we say about the others.
We do.
Yeah.
I think we need to be consistent. So,
how many bedrooms? This
But
is going from 3 to 5. I mean, there are at best 2 spaces.
I haven't yet actually. I did. Yes, I have asked actually, but I haven't got the information back yet to have a look at how many at all have been refused or taken up. What did we
Oh,
refuse?
yeah, no, Heather's doing research at the moment.
Yes, I've just been asked just to a few information councils, a bit of research
Yeah.
on where we raise or where we recommend refusal on the parking, whether in fact that's ever upheld. It's a tricky one because planning inspectors in the main in a town do not necessarily. They might. It depends. Well, it depends on the context. I think of the road of whether. I think there is an element of the context of a particular road.
Is this, I mean, parking is allowed outside, street parking is allowed, is it going to be allowed in the future, do we know? I didn't know whether it was going to be like sending to residents.
Well, that I don't know, and
Yeah.
you can't make a planning decision on
Yeah,
what might
no, I
happen
know,
in the
yeah,
future,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it is up to 18,
Yes.
and so once they start passing their driving test, they're going to be parking up
Yes.
on the
Although that's
Supposed to be doing that, aren't they? Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
but they will be able to.
Yeah.
yes. But
I mean, I
then,
suppose no, you can't stop them. I mean, I suppose in some ways it's a bit like cutting down a tree and making sure that the right number of trees.
Yes.
It's a sort of a quantifiable amount.
it is, and I mean the fact, yes.
I mean, I think you could argue that if you were to lose the lawn, like next door has, you could probably get 3 cars on that.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I would think that you could actually get.
Yeah. The problem you have to widen access because
Yeah, but the drop
physically
curb
getting the
looks,
car.
unless it's the angle, the drop curb looks to come a bit to the left anyway, doesn't it?
Yes.
I think it's a really good point because the issue is there's a genuine choice for that in that house. There is. If somebody wants to have the expansion they want to have, I don't want to stand in the way of that. They have the space
Yes.
to do it, to put 3
They
cars
have.
in. The people next door have chosen. They've chosen not to, and the reason they've chosen not to is because of a public road. Now, sometimes people live there, well, I think it's their road. Well, it's not their road, it's a public road.
Public highway.
And as such, if they had to pay for that,
Yes.
they may choose to
I mean,
pay
there
for
is,
a tarmac
yes,
drive.
there is room there
Yeah.
to get, there is sufficient space in the front of the house to park another car.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just, sorry, going to give a broader point. I mean, I've just got this we're going to talk about tomorrow with the
Yes.
corporate and the next week. And obviously there's loads of issues, but loads of comments. None of it surprises. Very high car per household ratio.
Yeah.
That's part of our, with the town council current situation. And, you know, and clearly limited parking spaces that we have. And I don't know whether we should be actively encouraging more.
There were a lot of comments actually that complaining about planners allowing development where there was insufficient space. That was actually one of the common themes that
Yeah,
came through.
it's quite a difficult one because
It is.
Paul, you sit on a district. Planning inspectors do not very often uphold and do not very often allow a refusal on the basis of planning, particularly anywhere that they can see it in an urban environment, because they will take the view that there are alternatives.
But that
And so
says,
that said, I think on this one, if you like, because it's as it stands, it doesn't perhaps express concern, but I don't think any more than that because they can potentially fit another car on there. But I think that's the furthest you could go.
I mean,
And I think
yeah.
on it, I think
yeah.
there are the different rules, and I know from time to time we have at times given refusal, but I think you have to take it in the context, don't you, of where it's located, whether it would create real issues if there were small parking on the road, or indeed whether it could create safety issues.
Also, I mean, I suppose, I haven't seen the plans. You might argue that, I mean, if it is genuinely a nursery, like a tiny box room off the main bedroom, that, you know, that it really truly is for a baby. You're not necessarily going to have, so you could say it's almost like 4.5 bedrooms. I don't know. If it is a nursery just off the main bedroom, so you wouldn't really have that as a room unless you were a baby.
Out of interest, how many parking spaces do they say they've provided?
They don't. As such, they just show existing.
Yep.
Proposed.
So that's one, if
So
any.
they don't actually show parking reasons are they?
Yeah.
Which,
So that shows
So that's one space.
well,
well,
two
I think it's kind of difficult for you.
half.
Yeah.
That's the size of that's the nursery.
which is the nursery. Well, it is a bedroom size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'll become a bedroom.
Well, not huge, but it's a bedroom size.
It is, yeah, it's not just off the master,
No,
it's room
no, it's a
itself.
room.
Maybe,
Well-
maybe we should just express concern.
I just expressed concern,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't go further because there is room to create more. There is room to create more parking. Okay, thank you. So, sorry. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I was moving slightly on to the next.
Would be happy with
Express
the
concern.
wording that I searched?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, 2020-0329 14 Holly Walk does not meet the criteria, so that's fine.
This one, can I just interrupt?
Yes, is there an objection? Is this one the one with the
This one
objection? I
has,
can remember.
yes.
Yes, well, could we have a look at the objections then?
Yep.
I mean, it is 14 Holly Walk.
This was a letter from 14B Holly Walk, and they were complaining about
Do we just have one copy of this?
yes.
Okay, I'll have to read it
Yeah.
out to everybody then.
Sorry.
Is that okay?
Okay.
This is from 14B, and it's saying they're writing to oppose planning permission in relation to the application, and the reasons relate the impact of the proposed work on their house due to their position at 14B in relationship to number 14. So if you could pull that up on the screen. Right.
I can't get it on the screen, I'm afraid. I can get the application,
Well,
but
if you
I
get
can't
the
get the picture because it doesn't go down.
No, well, if you can get the application up, because there might be a block plan on it.
Yeah.
You could look at. Right. The proposal includes the construction of a substantial gable end wall on top of the existing end wall of number 14. And so this wall is directly outside and close to the front of our house. The wall and the related changes to the roof profile will result in a material reduction of daylight at the front of our house, particularly the light entering our kitchen on the ground floor, and to a lesser extent our front bedroom on the first floor. This is because number 14 is uphill from number 14B. The impact will be exacerbated. Second point, the proposed height of the gable wall will loom over the front of our house and create a closed-in feeling. This is exacerbated by the closeness of number 14 to 14B, and because 14 is uphill from the house, the perceived height of the proposed wall will be increased. The proposed increase in the size of number 14 from 3 bedrooms to 4 is likely to increase parking problems, and it is very difficult in Hollywood, that already arise in relation to number 14. Number 14 has only one usable parking space on its drive and no curbside parking. It says this already means that visitors frequently obstruct or inconvenience 14A, 14B and 14C by parking partly across the drive to those houses, or by parking adjacent to number 14 in the turning area at the bottom of Holly Walk, obstructing and inconveniencing numbers 14A, 14B, 14C, 15 and 16, as well as other people need to turn in the turning space. The proposal to increase number 14 to 3 bedrooms to 4 would likely mean an increase in the number of people living in the house, and the likelihood is that residents own more than one car. An increase in residents at number 14 will also likely mean an increase in the number of visitors to the house wanting to park. Well, I don't think you particularly do parking on the number of visitors.
No.
That could apply to any of the houses down there. I mean, and it's a public highway. But I think we could consider the issue of adequate parking relative to the proposed extension, and the fact that it is Holly Walk is it's a very small, as council know, it's a very small sort of cul-de-sac.
Can I ask why it didn't originally meet the criteria required for consideration?
Because it was just a loft
Yes.
conversion.
That's fair enough.
Which, and that's, it's a loft conversion, so normally would come within permitted development, but of course you can challenge it if they have on the basis of the gable height.
I just thought that's the word.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose the thing about loft conversion is it's likely to increase the number of bedrooms,
Yes.
and that has knock-on effect.
There's no knock-on effect.
I was trying to get the area view because on the area view,
It is quite
they
a
say there's only
substantial
one parking
change to the roof
on
line.
the aerial view. I actually saw 2 pictures on the drive.
Oh,
to start with.
Yeah.
have you got the, is that the block plan? Yes, we don't, does the, if we pull up the plans on the screen, can we
Yep.
see, I'm just seeing if we can see, does it show them in context with the next door building?
There's that one there is the only one I can get in context. It's that one with Matt.
Sorry.
Where you can. Give me the plane.
Yes, so do any of the, so in other words, we can't, does the, what about the plans there? Do they show
The plans
any?
don't show what the
No,
impact
it's-
might be on the neighbour, no.
The only way you can sort of look at it is the loft conversion is going to be here and these
Yes.
properties are here.
Well,
Did we have a look at the street view?
Yeah.
Can't get a street
That's what we
view
found.
on it because Mr Google Man doesn't go down
Obviously.
Hollywood at all.
no, so I'm just trying to see on the plan if we can get a sense
Is it a private road?
Of
Is
the
it?
roof height
Could be. They often don't go down
in
private roads.
relation to the roof height in relation to 14B. How much it's. Yes, it is quite a.
It's quite a significant change, actually.
It's quite a significant change in the roof height, isn't it?
Yeah, and it would, so I was just having a look at the satellite on the Google, it would have a shadowing effect, I think. I think it's sufficiently close that you can see the shadow for that one comes up near.
Oh, yes.
So if it's downhill as well.
Yeah. Out of focus above it anyway.
It says raise it, on what's right, it says raising of ridge by 0.1 metre.
Yeah.
10 centimetres.
They're not raising the ridge
Alright.
so much because it's pretty much level with where it is now. What they're doing is extending it out to the side, whereas it's currently...
At the dormer at the right, the top right.
Yeah, so it currently comes there, like that, and they're adding this.
Okay, I see, yeah.
So it would have a sunlight effect because it blocks the light, but it wouldn't necessarily raise the ridge height.
Okay, I see.
So I think we need to come up with something that at least brings it to the attention of officers at St Albans, so that they do actually
Yeah,
look at
I
it and
agree.
not take it as just as a
Yes, agreed.
a done deal, if you like. Not, they don't just take it as a meeting the criteria for consideration.
Express concern,
Yes.
loss of amenity.
Yeah.
I'd suggest that we say we express concern at possible loss of amenity and light to the adjacent property at 14B, and also express concern that there may not be sufficient parking provided given the increase in habitable space.
Just to say, it flags it.
And it
Flags
flags
it
it up.
Yes.
Are people happy that we do
Yes.
this? Yes. Yeah, that makes, and then that hopefully will make sure the officers will actually look at it and will do the necessary measuring
Yeah.
of the light. Okay, sorry, let's do that. Powering ahead here. 5/2020/0313. Well, it seems to me that on this what we've got to consider is it's a new proposal, so we can look at it newly. Have they've been refused twice, have they actually addressed the reasons for refusal this go round?
Well,
I'm not sure they have.
they haven't done a lot.
They've done a lot, so I think we've just got to decide whether we think they've met the previous reasons for refusal.
The changes to the previous application, they have reduced the roof height on the rear single-storey extension. They put in an additional side window on the side ground floor elevation and an additional velux on the ground floor. But I can't see any changes other than that.
Well, I think the main reason, the reason for refusal was the height of the single-storey extension because of the. Well, it was also, I think, just have they reduced the depth?
I didn't make a comment about the depth. I don't think they have.
No, it's not the case.
Sorry.
No, very. And I had to look at the refusal letter, and it was the combined effect of a roof, the roof height of a single storey, and the existing depth, which had an impact on the occupancy number 3.
Has anything been done to address the concerns we had last time about parking?
No.
I think on that, bear in mind that that was not a reason for refusal.
No,
we can
but it's still
continue to express it, but I think the thing is, this is a new application and it's been refused twice. So the issue is whether we. The way round is always to say. You can always say no objection, subject to the previous reasons for refusal having been met.
Yep.
There's always that wording.
Although we didn't make a comment last time, did we?
Yeah,
We
we
did.
did.
We said about parking.
Yes, well, we didn't, no, we didn't, but if it's a new, it's
Yeah.
a new application, so you can make a new, it's a
Yeah.
new application, so you can make a new comment, and I think that, I don't see any reason why we cannot comment. The fact that it's been, the previous application was refused.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, it's, they've lowered the height, I think, of that single floor extension, haven't they? So it's just taken with the fact that with the depth, whether that is sufficient to have met the previous reasons for refusal.
I think we should continue with at the very least, continue with the parking thing we said last time if they haven't addressed it.
Well, we
whether
can say,
whether St Albans will listen to us or not.
well, no, I think we can continue to say that, but I think we should also say
Yeah.
that, I think we should also, what did we say there? That we can express concern, and I think we need to get some wording in as well about, although we said it met the policies of the Compton Neighbourhood Plan, I think we need to get something in about previous reasons for objection, for refusal, been met. Because it is a new application, it's been refused twice before.
Interestingly, we've never had a problem with the height of the rear
No,
extension.
but it's been refused twice at this stage.
For the height.
Yes. And the depth. Yes.
Well, if it's been refused twice by them, I guess they're going to be looking specifically at those things, aren't we? So whether we
Yes.
need to, I don't know how
Well,
we
they will be
mention
looking
it.
to
Yeah.
see that those have been overcome, but whether we need to take cognizance of that as well. Have you got any wording? Well, we could put just something in, we could just put something in to say, I mean, we could keep with what we've said. What did we say? We said before, what did we say before?
Something about parking.
Express concerns with regard to insufficient on-site parking provision and lack of on-street parking.
Did we say anything about, did we say anything else?
As this application does not meet the criteria laid out in policy 40 of the St Albans District Plan.
But did we say anything about previous okay, time when it came
No,
up?
comment made by the committee. I couldn't find any comments made by the committee previously.
Well, then in that case, I would be consider saying, yes, I think continue to express concerns about the parking,
And provided that
previous reasons for refusal have been addressed. Yes.
Yep.
Sounds good. I just think if it's been refused twice,
Yeah.
we do need to
Yeah.
flag that up somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did you want to say previous reasons regarding height?
Yes. Well, please don't just say previous reasons
Yeah.
for refusal.
But if it's a different application, can we say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, because it's in the history, isn't
It's
it?
in the
It's
history.
part of the
I mean, you do, don't you? I mean, you get this all the time, you get new applications. But they're two the same. Yes, and it does say resubmission following refusal.
Oh, I see, right, okay.
Yes. So, okay, so we're all happy with it. Yes, I think that's the easiest way of dealing with it. Okay, 2020-0181, which is 29 West Common Way. Well, I don't know about anybody else if they tried, but it did have an ecology report that I simply could not open. I tried every which way but, and it simply wouldn't open on the website. So I just wanted to see, because I wanted to see if it raised any.
Oh, I've got it either, so like this come away?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't got it either. No, you didn't open it.
No, I couldn't open it.
Got the sustainability and efficiency statement. And that's it.
Should we just have a look at City Bed, because again, on the, it's actually a private road, isn't it, West Conway?
Yes.
Yes, it's not a public highway, is it?
Right.
No, it is private.
Oh, no, this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I just have those plans back, please?
Oh, yes, sorry.
We drive across it all over it all the time.
Right. Do you want the street thing?
Yes, although I'm not quite sure where it stands on parking when it's a private road.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you don't get much street parking down there, do you? 'Cause I mean, everyone's got enough driveway.
Yes, because I was going to say, we just have a look at the sort of the drive, because I think it probably, I'm surprised if it didn't have enough room in the driveway on that location. I did have a look and I thought, well, I think it's got space in front, hasn't it?
There's some big properties here.
Yes, it's that one.
It's got plenty of parking.
It's got, yes.
That's
I don't think it should, I think... Which one is it?
It depends how big the front
Yeah.
extension is, but
Well, yes, but they've still got...
There is one building site down there, isn't there, where it's
Yeah.
like part of the garden, but I don't think that's...
That's not that one,
No.
actually, it was that one.
Was it that, I thought it was that one, I'm not sure which one. Is it that one? Yes, it is that one.
Yeah.
It is that one.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
such a weird
L-shaped.
out
Yes, it
property.
is that one. It is the L-shaped one.
One in
Yes.
the centre.
Yes,
Yeah, this one here.
yes.
What are they doing to it?
So they've got, well,
Green
I'm not sure, but I mean, I think they've got,
Loft conversion, extension of the garage, and small single storage.
well, they've got plenty of parking in front, haven't they?
I guess this is conservation area, isn't it? So they,
And
Probably-
low density.
yeah, so they're not being able to knock it down, so I guess
No.
it's just doing a big
Well, I think that's okay.
widening of existing vehicular
I
crossover.
don't,
And to be honest, when they're doing the loft conversion, it's being done within the confines of an existing
Yes.
roof, so I think it's all sort of like, although it sounds like it's a lot of description, it's not as big as what it sounds.
yes.
underneath it.
And, I mean, a district, they will put in the usual caveats about building materials, what have you,
Yeah,
with
with,
listed
conservation.
buildings and conservation.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the parking's okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I mean, they could
Done.
park them, could be cars on
Yeah.
there. So I think we could just say,
No, no objection.
I think we could just say, no objections, it appears to be compliant with the neighbourhood plan. I don't think parking, I don't think you can express concern about parking.
Why did I say
But you may have just looked at the number of bedrooms, and I don't know, because I can't see there's a problem. Perhaps you thought that was the road. Anyway, I don't think there is. And if we're all happy,
Yeah.
is this one
Agreed,
okay?
no objection, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
right, so take out?
yes.
They don't actually appear to be doing a great deal to it in
No.
the plan.
Right, so that's no objection.
Yes. 5/2020/0243, loft conversion, it doesn't meet the criteria for consideration by the committee. Is anything wrong with that one? Is there? Are we all quite happy with that?
Yes.
Yes. 5/2020/0277, 10 Meadow Walk. Again, we've got parking here. I'm not sure, how many car parking spaces should it provide?
Right, this is going from 3 to 5 bedrooms.
Yes, it's quite a big extension, isn't it? So you want parking for,
Parking for at least 3 to 5 cars.
yes, and what they've got, they're saying existing drive extended to take one large and one small car.
Yes.
It's 5 bedroom with 2 parking spaces.
Yes, and one of the parking spaces isn't, I mean, I read this, they said on it, they said one extended to take one large and one small car.
Where is Meadow Walk?
It's off
Crabtree.
Crabtree, No, down towards
Streets.
the town end of
That's
Crabtree.
So I suppose
nice view from...
they could, I mean, I'm happy with expressing myself, but I guess they could argue that it's a very sustainable location.
Yes, yes,
You can walk to the station, you can walk into town.
yes, yes, they would. And I mean, any planning inspector would uphold that.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, I think the
They have
most
to
you can
express
do,
themselves.
so I think the most you can do is if you're going to be consistent and say it doesn't be actually, they haven't actually increased parking spaces pro rata, I think the most you can do is, as you said, is just express concern.
Well, this is,
when you've
runs into Barncroft, doesn't it? Yes.
Barnfield.
Barnfield, yes, yeah.
Yes,
It's another rat run, actually,
yes it is.
used by certain people going from Old Woodbury to Dorset.
Back onto the railway.
Yes, it goes on to the railway, yes.
Yeah, and apparently no observations were raised by Network Rail.
No, I looked at that, there's nothing, no.
When you've got 3.5 spaces needed, do you round up or down with how many you actually have to provide?
No problem.
Cool.
You know, I just go back good.
Okay,
Right,
so,
are you happy with that?
are we happy with that? Yeah.
Express
Yeah, thank
concern.
you. Right. 5/2020/0308, 2 Manland Avenue. Now, I was just discussing before we got going on this, there is, or you could argue there's an inconsistence, or something to be looked at in the neighbourhood plan. Under H2, some people would interpret that as saying you shouldn't knock down a house unless there's good reason to do so. True. But I'm not quite clear how that fits in with, I think it's a slightly tricky one. Because on the other hand, we're saying it meets the policies of the neighbourhood plan except for H2. But that's very difficult because it strikes me that there is a certain tension between policies there.
Yes.
And I think it's difficult to say, you can't,
It's really
difficult to
well
say to
done.
somebody, you can't rebuild your house.
Right.
Yes, so I don't know.
This has actually got previous approval.
Yes, I think it's
But-
got previous approval anyway.
So the changes to the original permission is a change in the eave height from 4.9 metres to 5.3 metres, and change in the ridge height from 7.7 metres to 8 metres. And then there are minor changes to window sizes, to the study, the ground floor bedding and the kitchen.
We just look at plans to see about what the effect of the increases in the heights are. I don't think anybody objected, have they?
No, you've got my hand up. On the corner of Station Road and Avenue.
Because
Yes.
Looking house.
Yes.
it's on the corner, see how it doesn't actually affect other people as they...
No, it doesn't, because it is the one, it's right on the corner there.
But it's got a sort of,
Is it the one with that sort of, yes,
it's got a tower,
sort of tower thingy, yes.
It's a
Yes.
distinctive looking
Yes.
house.
Okay, that one.
Yeah.
But since it's been given previous permission,
It is that one though.
I think
I thought that was,
was it?
maybe it is, yeah, I thought that, yeah, maybe it is. I
Yes,
thought that was
because
at the
yes,
other corner.
because they're because those
Of
are the, what's it called, even numbers, aren't they, on that side? Because, well, can we just put it up and check? I think it's that, yes, I think that's the house, it is as well.
I thought that was not on
But I
Station
think,
Road itself, is it?
It's more, you turn down, go down the road
I mean, the
30
previous-
metres and then it's there.
The previous application was given permission,
Yeah.
so I don't think we can, I think you could only refuse if we think that the,
Yeah, that
Is it that one then?
It's that one.
That one.
I think that one.
Am I looking
doesn't look like it, no, it doesn't.
No.
Where am I looking?
Number two.
But I thought it
No, because
runs
it's on
on
Station
Road,
No,
yeah.
This one's on Station Road, it's not that one. We're off...
Am I
That one, you're on Thornsey Avenue, it's 2 Manland.
It could
That's
be that
Thornsey
one.
Avenue. Want to be on
What is
Manland.
that one?
Oh,
Now
maybe
you're
it
on
is
Station
maybe
Road.
it
We
is.
need to go on to Station Road,
I've
don't
got
we?
no idea what we need.
No, there's...
No, we're the wrong side of the road at the moment.
Lyndhurst.
Go back.
Go back to Manland. But then behind, I guess it's behind you, is it backing
It's
up?
not that one, is it?
It's that one.
It's that corner where the
Yeah.
hedge is.
It's that corner.
Station Road
Yeah,
is beyond.
I see, yeah.
Yes, it's the one with on the right op,
I think
literally
it
on
was
the corner.
This one.
It's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see it more even from
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And it's got a little flat roof, you can see the flat roof.
Yes, it's got a
Yeah.
little flat roof, yes. So it has, it's not the one sort of, but it's
Not
got that
particularly.
little, but it's got a sort of pennant on it, you know.
It's not particularly attractive, unlike the other one, which I think is.
Yeah.
The other one might be like the Insta, I don't know.
And that's got.
I
quite a
can't
lot of
see that
space.
it's going to have any adverse effect on anybody.
No.
I'm
I
assuming
know
they
they've
haven't.
objected. I mean, they've been, I don't think the work's been done. I think there was only permission to extend the house next door, wasn't there, at number 4?
I'm assuming they haven't suddenly decided to knock down some trees or
No.
grass over some parking.
The parking is, as you can see there, on that
Yes.
side. It doesn't come in, the front should be right on the station road.
I think it's probably a reasonably large plot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, because it goes round the corner.
Huge.
It's huge plot.
You could get two on that.
I don't think that's
Not
going
that
to
encouraging.
affect it. I think that's okay.
That's fine.
Right.
That's fine. And we've given permission before. I think all they've done is to alter the heights. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Right, 5/2020/0331. Which is part retrospective.
Presumably they started building the one they had permission for and have built something wrong.
The only change to the original permission for this 5-bedroom detached dwelling is the part retrospective ancillary
It's the ancillary.
bit at the bottom of the garden.
Oh, I see. Okay. So what is it? Yes.
So there's the house and there's a little.
It's the garden
Oh,
and there's the ancillary thing at the bottom of
It
the
depends.
garden.
We don't want to repeat Southdown Road. Depends the size of the building. It's quite big actually.
Yes.
Well, kept here.
Yes. But I think the thing always one wants to be sure of is that it's an ancillary building, not a building.
You can see they built it actually. I was looking on there on Sunday and you
Yes.
can see
They've already built it. Yes.
Yeah. Or the most of it.
Yes, because that's
What did it look like? Did it look like? Well, it looked. It didn't look like a summer house.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be a teenagers room.
Yeah, get kids there.
I think it is, that young, yeah. A few problems with those installations, it's fair to say. Don't want to see how they cause problems. Going back to the old retrospective stuff, I mean, what, they really didn't know they needed planning permission for this and they just realised they did? How can they not know that?
Well,
Looks quite.
dear old retrospective. Yes. Well, just yes.
Not the worst retrospective we've heard.
No.
This is always the issue. Is
Yeah,
how
that's
to-
probably like a lounge. Presuming that's a lounge, it's like a second lounge. It's when they're going to stick the teenagers
Yeah. Look at it.
and then...
I mean, what is this? Do they give any details of this retrospective? Whatever. Ancillary building.
It's a big plot, but it's quite a big...
Yeah.
I guess there are no windows facing
Yeah.
The back, are they, which I guess.
It's one story.
Can we do anything about the fact they submitted their plan in Comic Sans?
Talking about what? Sorry,
The fact they submitted their plan with Comic Sans as the font. We can't.
No, we
It's a little
can't.
informal.
Irritate.
Resubmission planning approval with
Interesting.
the outcome.
Which they've already started.
Which has already started.
I mean, the Southbound Road one was conservation area, wasn't it?
Yes. And it was also that's from memory, rather larger.
Yes, it would be.
It was a very definite structure.
Is that the one behind the cottage? The cottage.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, definitely one of my objections was the street scene in that
Yes.
very quintessential
area.
top
And from what I
area.
recall, it was
Yeah.
a very substantial. Yes.
It was
I mean, you have to always
the
take
location.
everything in the context of,
Yeah.
yes. And I mean, plenty of plain houses do have these ancillary whatever.
It's a hefty building though. It's as big as the back of the house.
No, neighbours not complained.
On my way. I guess it's okay.
I mean, would you, the fact that if it wasn't retrospective, if it was done at the time, would you?
No, I think it's okay. No,
It's set in well from the boundary.
it's set in well,
Mm.
and it's also. I mean, the one in South London, the 670 access, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yes. So it could be.
Yes, you could quite easily go on
You
that
could quite
side.
easily.
It
Yes.
was also quite high. The one.
Yes. So I think this is okay.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Yes, we'll keep with your recommendations. 5/20/20/0359. Mark, unless there's been any objection. Yes.
No, there's no objections on this one.
Which one is Riverford Close?
It's up in
Is it down off the Lower Luton
Lower
Road?
Luton Road. Yes.
Just
it
near
was.
the Scout Hut?
Yeah,
Yes.
near the river.
Near the river.
Near the river, yeah.
And the allotments. Along there.
Yeah.
Highways are okay with parking.
Yes.
Lots of the
I thought
garage,
it was all right.
wide drive.
Okay.
I thought it was okay.
That's okay?
Everybody okay with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
5/20/20/0372, 33 Yeoman Avenue. Someone said with objective, I can't see anything wrong with this. No. Everybody happy with that? Yeah. 5/20/20/0377, Westfield Drive. Yes, everybody, okay.
I just got wondered about parking spaces, that's all.
29 Westfield Drive. I
Mm.
haven't looked at this one because it didn't meet the criteria. So
Okay.
do you want me to?
Westfield Drive is quite congested. Yes, it is actually, you're right.
It is. Whether that person is using their garage as a car, I suppose, is
Yeah.
debatable.
Yes. You happy?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't normally look at it because it doesn't meet our criteria, but if you want to look at it, then bring it up. It's entirely up to you.
If it's just me, then no, don't worry.
I mean, you're going down a hill, and I think 10 cars tend to go quite fast, and if you've got a lot of on-street parking, that makes it, a bit more dangerous, isn't it?
That's always an interesting debate. Some people think it
Slows people down
Yeah,
because they realise
there is
it's
a view that
dangerous.
it slows the traffic down. Not that that's a planning criteria, but
no.
I'm just saying some people think it slows the traffic down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, presumably acts the same way that you get those road narrowing things.
Yeah. No, you're with us, yes, so you're all right. You're okay.
Okay? Yep.
Happy,
Are we,
no
are we
objection?
okay? Yes. 5/20/20/242 does not meet the criteria.
Okay.
I think that one's fine, isn't it? The one with the band brand or what have you. 5/20/20/029.
Three, that should be 0293. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, 0293. 15 Laycroft Way. It's over his balcony, that doesn't need them. That one.
Juliet Balcony Man is back in business.
But it's at the back. Right. 5/20/20/0312, which is the advertisement consent.
Which one is
You
Keith
see,
Heights?
my first question was, who is units 1 and 2?
This one I sat and I ummed and ahed so long. I was just like,
Which-
is it or isn't it? Is it lovely?
Which, I'm trying to picture who this is.
Right.
Units 1
Now,
and
this is a picture of how it is at the moment, and it's got little, like, pointers on it as to what's going to, where the new little adverts are going to be,
Pizza Express, isn't it?
if they're okay.
Is it up, is it near Pizza? Is it up here where the
Yeah,
drinking
it's
fountain is?
Pizza
Is it where the drinking
Express,
fountain is?
ah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's up where the drinking
That's
fountain
it.
is.
And then if I show you...
Yeah, it's with those with actually would address like a number for the postman. It's going to say pizzeria.
So I think the question is the externally illuminated sign, isn't it?
Internally.
internally illuminated.
Internally illuminated that we
don't
usually
like
have a problem with.
So there's an externally illuminated, which is all right, and 6 internally illuminated
Yeah.
signs. There's quite a lot, isn't there?
Yeah.
In the Pizza
Yeah.
Express. Yes,
But
it's
these
Pizza
ones-
Express.
It's the best known restaurant in Hotham, and they don't need to even advertise.
No, not really.
Maybe not lower than that.
Conservation area? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I mean,
But I'm not sure how the local town looks at it, because I felt a bit upset.
That we don't mind the internally illuminated.
Yeah,
There and there, and they change in the pizzeria. I mean,
So is it still going to be owned by Pizza Express?
well, I think what you go by,
yeah, it's just a new brand.
I think what we have to go by is whether we think that the appearance of internally illuminated facial signs is detrimental to the appearance of the conservation area.
I think it is.
And I think it is.
What is an internally
Well,
illuminated?
that's the thing.
Can you give me an example of one?
So rather than a light, it's a sign with a light.
Yeah.
Lights inside the sign.
So it's fairly in your face.
Yeah. It's going to be the first thing as you drive into
It's going to be the first thing as you drive into Hartford, you're going to see 6 lights.
Yes, it's a gateway site.
It's a gateway
Yeah,
site.
yeah.
You've got to have 6
We've got the
lights.
illumination, isn't it?
Especially with the town council chopping a couple of trees down there as well.
Yeah.
We're going to decimate the area further.
In terms of...
No.
So currently it is not. The current signs, the ones we're used to, are externally.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, I think we go back to that, don't we? I think it's reasonable. I mean, at the start, I was like, I've got no problem with them slightly changing their branding and their font because they want to do that. Why should we?
Yeah.
But if we're actually saying there is another option for them,
yes.
Yeah.
stick with the lights
Which
and
is
change.
what they've got.
I'm not, it's not. I don't want to talk about their faces
Yeah.
and their branding, but yeah, they're projecting lights out, as you say. as you
Yes.
go into-
They're just trying to sneak one in, maybe.
Yeah.
Test the water.
Right.
I suppose it's a bit like that, the one further down. The,
Yes. The one right down the other end.
right down the other end.
Yes.
That was, that was looking at that.
Yes. I mean, I would say recommend refusal of the, I mean, I don't mind the internally illuminated facial signs. I think it's detrimental to the
Yeah.
appearance, detrimental to the appearance of the conservation area.
Yes. What make it clear it is the internal lights we
Yeah.
get to rather than any changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're internally illuminating the words pizzeria, is it? Yeah. No.
So have we all agreed on that?
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay, so often perhaps I should have declared an interest. That's right, yeah. Last time I saw Nicholas, he was a Pizza Express.
They're probably not applying for a royal warrant, though, are they?
No.
Maybe something that's a bit more.
Right.
We've proven we're not in the pockets of big pizza.
Pizza, the action.
Five 2020-0379, that's just a variation of conditions.
Okay.
I must admit, I put parking again.
Yes. However,
Yes.
yes, I'll just say, although, yes, less objection.
Yes.
Fire away.
Right, okay, and actually, parking was an issue
Actually,
for
there's
people that,
Actually, it's rather more than a variation of conditions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think it's a bit.
I was going to say, I don't think I'd call it exactly just a variation of conditions.
That looks to me like a resubmission.
I haven't printed off all of the plans because I didn't feel it was necessary to print everything off.
Yes.
So I printed off the block plan of the approved, and then I printed off plan of what they're proposing to do, which is where they've taken out the garage on plot 1
Yeah.
to widen the driveway, and they are just where this was larger, this garage on plot 2 at the back here, they've made this split it down.
I mean, I know there is,
Okay.
I know that residents of Crossway have considerable concerns about parking
Right.
along there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very difficult, and I think, yes.
Doing something.
And I do not think changes to plot 1 to include garage conversion into a study is not a variation of condition.
No.
So I think it needs to be,
But they have widened the drive to accommodate for parking.
yes, it's still not, I think, a variation of condition, is it?
It's
They
not the
need to
biggest
go,
driveway either.
they need to put in a new planning application, it's thought.
Can we recommend refusal on the basis that it isn't a variation of condition without having to look at any of the
No, I
specifics?
think we can draw attention to the, I think we can, I would, I'm not sure, one, I would express, I think one could express concern at the loss of the garage
The last time.
and the fact that, it's got some wording that we could say that it's, plot 2 to include operations. And I think to somehow express the view that the committee are not entirely certain that changing the plot 1 to include garage conversion to a study is necessarily simply a variation of condition. Something along those lines, I think.
Because I assume we can't recommend refusal, because it's put down as a variation.
Yeah.
So express concern is best we can do, isn't it, really?
I think it is, and I think we can say that, I think we can, because then it's up to district, it's up to the planning authority to decide whether it actually is a variation or it should in fact be a whole new planning
Yeah.
application.
Yeah. So if we highlight that, we've done our bit.
Everybody happy that we take that?
Yeah.
That's an objection if you want to see, but
Because I'm not expert, I don't pretend to be expert enough on variations to know, but it just seems to me that it's more than a it seems to me that if you're actually doing another, you're actually doing away with a garage and then and having another room, it seems to me that's more than a variation.
Yeah, and they're both too reasonable. Views both specifically on parking lots.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
5/2020/0422, 14 Park Rise, does not meet the criteria required for consideration by the committee. I think this was okay.
It's fine.
No, it's fine.
Oh,
Sorry.
5/2020/0426, which was 16 Springfield Crescent. Can you have a look at this one?
yeah.
I was actually, looking at this, I was actually fairly concerned about the effect on the street scene.
Right, so this one, they're not changing the amount of bedrooms, they're just increasing the size of the bedrooms.
Well, it was, I think it was the roof, changes to the roof.
Yeah.
What is the cat slide?
Quite rosy.
Oh, so yes, it's
Yeah.
noted that, yes.
But I was concerned about the size of the
Well, yes, I thought, because I was,
loft,
yes,
and the fact that they're having a Juliet balcony
no, I thought it was very,
on the loft.
yeah.
On the loft?
Yes,
Yeah.
Which is this very.
but
a rear sliding door on the loft.
Yes, I would be worried, I would be concerned about that because I think it's lack of amenity, because it's overlooking,
Yeah.
it's going to be overlooking Shelby Hackett, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I would have concerns about effect of amenity, of privacy, and I'm also concerned about I'm concerned about the roof design,
Yeah.
since they're semi-detached properties.
Yeah.
Unbalancing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we know what exactly about the partial garage conversion is retrospective? Because it strikes me that it would be very difficult to partially convert a garage
But
retrospectively.
some people might use the front half for storage and the back half for living. That's quite common.
Yeah, but it is retrospective partial conversion, so presumably they've already partially converted.
Yeah, they've got a wall down the middle and using
Ah,
half
right, I
storage
see what you
and half
mean.
for-
I'm with you now. Sorry, I was very briefly confused.
I mean, I've been as a refusal on this one.
No, I did have trouble with this particular property. It's not the nicest looking. It's got a bit of a thing on top of the roof.
It's not attractive.
And that's the one that
Yeah.
they're doing work on, the one.
Yeah.
On the left,
Yeah,
The one with the box on the top of it. The one with the builders.
it's already got the, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
I
the
think that's
nicest.
answering my
So is that changing that on the front, or is that
No,
already?
that's it. Well, they're doing something to it to try and...
The front
Yes.
will look quite a bit different, according to...
But they're still keeping that box, aren't they?
Yes, I mean, it's going to make it very overbearing, and the street scene is, I think, refuse.
I think if we'd been looking at them putting that box in, originally we would have had a problem with the street scene, because you can see all the houses with that, not with the
Can we look a little bit left and right?
And
Just to
then
see.
going to, sort of, if you like,
And then
they're
that,
going to sort of
and they're going to
accentuate it.
accentuate, exactly,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say, accentuate what is already there's a tiny couple of doors there at the start.
Yeah.
The dormers are much nicer, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's the only one in the street that's...
Well, I think refuse, perhaps.
Yes,
I can't work out what they've done to the garage that's different.
Oh,
Well, hang on, which side? Oh,
The
yeah.
left.
Well, haven't they built across the front? So, because you can see a green bit, which was presumably where the garage was.
Yeah, it's like built.
Yeah, but in terms of, if you look at the existing and the proposed, which I think I've got, so I've got two sheets, I'm assuming I've got existing and
I
proposed.
usually mark them.
It is,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
There's proposed.
Yeah, there's no difference between the two garages.
No, you're right. It's existing storage and existing
It
garden.
doesn't look like a design.
So all they've done is that they've done something without planning permission, and now that they're putting it through, they're putting through the permission for it, I
Is this
assume.
door or something?
Yeah, I assume this wall, because you couldn't fit a car in there. So I assume that wall, it used to be, that was the garage, and they built this.
Yeah. Which is quite cool. I think you're right.
Yeah. I don't know that you need planning permission for that. I assume they've just done it to be safe.
Well, I'm inclined to
There's not another
refusal,
They showed you that route.
due to the effect of
They're
the,
just taking that
yes,
that door across the whole of
Yes.
one side of the roof, but it's one side of the roof.
yes. I mean,
And
I
they're
would,
also straightening it, aren't they,
yes.
the roof?
I mean, it's going to be totally out of keeping,
Yeah.
the street scene. It's going to be overbearing. It's totally off balance with the adjacent property. So I think refusal, and I think we also refuse on the basis that the proposed Juliet balcony extension, the proposed Juliet balcony represents a lot of, will be a
Lots of amenities.
lot of amenity to neighbouring properties.
Yeah.
Is the Juliet balcony at the back or the front?
Yes,
Yeah.
At the
Overlooking
top.
the garden.
Yeah.
on the top floor, so they can sit there and look out over everybody else. They wish to, well, we can't sit there on a Juliet balcony, but it would,
Well, you can try.
well, you could try.
Lean
But
out.
you could have windows, but you could have French, yes, but I wouldn't. I would put a Juliet balcony at that height with a lot of amenity.
People from all around will be able to hear the shouts of wherefore.
And also because it's on a hill, isn't it?
Yeah,
So you're going to have
it's on a hill as well,
So you have to
so,
look
yeah.
further down.
Yes, you're going to look, so it's going to be, yes. Yes, so I think, are we all agreed we refusal?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, well, there we go. 5/2020 0430, which I think is right. This must be one of the few addresses in Hartford that I've never come across before, Hanover Grange.
I think it's the from the blue.
Yes, I think it is, but I haven't come across it before.
Oh, yes, it's sort of new plum. Newish.
Yes, because I was to say it must be, because I didn't see anything.
I was alright with
That was all right with that, because there's lots of proof. Everybody all right with that?
Yeah. Granges tend to be ones that they've built into old gardens or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
5/2020 0431. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Yes. 2020 0099 18 Bigots Hill Lane. This is another one with a history.
Yeah, two permits, yeah.
But I think
We had concern last time about the parking. I wasn't sure that that's changed or not.
Well, it's I don't know whereabouts along that road it is, but it's obviously a very main route, isn't it?
yes.
Yes.
Well, they've increased the hard standing in the front garden.
So I
yes.
think that must be...
Yes, so I think that's, so they've obviously looked at, in other words, to address the parking.
Okay.
I mean,
Fair enough.
Listen to us, good.
yes, I thought they increased the parking and I thought it was okay. Somebody actually taken note.
We should reward that.
I thought it was okay.
I had missed the increase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they've done what we asked.
But they're going to be
They've got
if they
plenty of
raise the roof,
they've
they're
got
going to be
plenty of
going
room to
along with the
increase the
neighbours.
hard
Yeah.
standing.
Either side, yeah.
Yeah, they'll be
Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Is there a reason the house next to it isn't censored?
I think it might have been raining.
It might be just that, yes, you're
An
right.
under it wasn't an ammunition, isn't the rain?
Belongs to the Russian Embassy.
They're Russian blue good. We'll keep that quiet.
I reckon they know where they are. I
Okay,
think they're in
embarrassing.
Academy.
5/2020 0325, that's variation of conditions.
I thought we had an email about this one. Oh, sorry.
Send it
No,
on.
one
No,
below.
no.
Sorry, I thought we did.
Yeah, that's the next one.
Sorry.
I'm not sure again whether it can. There's not a lot for variation of conditions, isn't it? I think I would on this. I would show. I think I would observation. I would say. So I'd say something along the lines that the committee would wish to draw attention to the fact that this would appear to be more than simply a variation of conditions.
Also, how do you have an attached outbuilding?
Well, it's a bit like a sort of lean-to or something.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
There's just
You could.
This is one that's the knockdown and they're putting through, they've got planning permission through, isn't it?
Yes.
I would imagine an attached outbuilding is attached, but there's not a route
Yes.
into it.
However,
there's no
Like an
yes.
outside toilet, you have to go out to get in.
I think if you're altering elevations, floor layout, and putting a first floor rear extension, etc., it's hardly a
Yeah.
variation of conditions, is it? I think I would say the condition, so I would say something along the lines of that the committee would draw attention to the fact that this would appear to require a new planning application rather than simply a variation in the alteration
Yeah.
Yeah,
conditions. I mean,
I agree.
Yes, can we vote on that?
yeah, something like that.
Right, so the committee wants to draw attention to the officers
committee would-
appear to be more than simply a variation of conditions. Do you want me to say more than that?
And
And
requiring a new planning application. I mean, honestly, can't say at first, but it's a whole new extension, it's a variation, can you? But it's for the world. So 5 Pennycroft, well, as probably everybody has seen this, and I have to say, I think it most certainly does not. I think it is overbearing in scale and massing. affecting possibly the amenity of the neighbouring properties, and out of keeping with the street scene, so I'd go for refusal.
Can we just see it? I don't disagree that that's the case, but
Yeah,
because the letter of objection obviously started by saying object to everything that's going to be taken out of Plans North, and then mentioned two other things, but largely the big objection was the bit that they just said.
The drainage thing is not planning, it's building control.
No,
It's-
so number 8, number 4, and that's double, isn't it?
I would have thought.
Can we look at it on the screen?
The two cars in there, interesting. Never seen that before. Two garages that they think they might put a car into. Some build complexities.
That's a village green, that is.
Well, I said it looked like a barracks.
That's the new, is it? That's the...
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what they want to do.
And what's the existing look like?
That's either a new, like one of those modern church things,
Yes,
or it's a village hall.
Looking at, I think that's a refusal. I think it's completely out of keeping with the street scene, it's overbearing.
It tends to be like 4 times the size of the existing.
Well, actually, I think it's actually even more obvious. But if these are obviously to scale, look at that.
With the back doesn't look too bad,
But
doesn't it?
that's what it is at the minute.
All the backs are grand design.
I would suggest we recommend refusal on the basis of
Yes.
scale, massing, overbearing, in context of other properties and adverse, and yes, and I don't say may fail, I think it fails to make a positive contribution to the street scene and character of the local area.
Yes,
It may about it, yes.
It's an interesting
Kind of what we're at now. It's this house,
It's just
right?
putting it in the wrong place.
It's just in the wrong place.
Yeah. It would be lovely in the middle of a field somewhere.
They put it...
It's the context.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take a consideration on it when they put it in the middle of the
Yeah,
field
no,
somewhere.
I agree. It's
Yes.
Early on the
The
train.
OTT, isn't it?
Right, we all agree?
You all agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
There are things you can do with that plot that wouldn't be an overdevelopment.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I can see why they don't put the objectives.
Right. 5/20/20, 045345 Leeds Day. I think this is okey-dokey, so I thought it was okay. You see it doesn't meet appears to meet the policies. Everybody is okay with that one?
Yeah.
Thank you. 5/20/20 0288 37 Astley. Yes, I agree. I don't think we need to look at that.
I'm really sorry. I put
Did you
check,
have got it?
I put check next to it, but I don't know why. I can't remember. Oh.
Was it the roof light?
No, I think it was how much it filled the plot.
No, 'cause they're not big plots down
Yeah,
there.
they are.
Although quite
Sorry, it was just.
We'll have a look at
that's
it.
what it was.
No? Have a look. I think others have sort of been extended there.
Yeah.
Yes, it could.
It depends how big the extension is, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
I
have
mean,
on-
normally, I have to say with that thing, because they have a very active sort of residents association, don't they? So there haven't been any objections
No.
put in, because normally they're fairly hot on. I think the residents usually they're fairly hot on things, aren't they?
Yeah, true.
And is it one of the ones that's down towards, it is, isn't it? It's down towards, I can't remember, it's Townsend, isn't it?
That end rather than,
I think it's that end, isn't it?
I don't know why.
I'm not sure. Have a look.
All that was taken, so.
No, it's always worth having a look. Yeah.
I'm having a look at it on maps. No, it's the other end from that.
It's the other end, is it? 'Cause there are sort of both ends. You've got some sort of bigger plot.
Yes.
Both ends of that place you have some, because it's quite a varied road, because you have the sort of terraced houses.
Oh, there you go, that's
Yes.
what I was looking at. See in the red outlines, but gosh, that doesn't leave much around it at all, does it?
Does the red outline show the existing, of which some of it they're demolishing? Is that what?
That's just the plot.
Okay, yeah. But the plot, but they're demolishing some things, aren't they, before they build again? Are they?
No, the front porch and rear extension.
Have been demolished.
So in other words, are they actually increasing the
So it may
footprint?
not be increasing that much,
It may not be increasing the footprint.
Okay.
and that's the proposed.
Yeah, so
It's
it
not
looks...
hugely
So
different.
it's
It's
just at
very
the front,
minimal,
isn't
isn't
it?
it, the
No,
increase in the
it's very
footprint?
I think there's a slight increase at the side as well, if you look, but not much.
It's not a huge increase in the footprint, is it?
No.
Are they changing the road access from there? I just can't work out from there where the road access is. I don't know.
It's to the right there.
There, okay.
Yeah.
That's not being changed.
It's actually, that whole front bit is hard, it's not garden, it's
Okay.
all hard surface.
Right.
Yes. Because, I mean, as I say, Uplands is quite sort of mixed, because they've got quite a few of the terraces, haven't you, there? They're not big plots.
No, this
And then you've got some that have got quite big plots.
is the bit that's built right into the back of Douglas Road.
Yes. I think it's,
Okay.
yes. So I think it's probably, I mean, I think it's okay, because it's not a huge, it's a very modest increase in the footprint.
They're not gardens.
Well, I don't think what they've got now is, I mean, there's not a lot of garden, is there? Not a huge, going to be a huge difference.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. 5/2020 0389 7 Rosebery Avenue.
I got parking, sorry.
Two vehicles at the front, two vehicles at the side of the property. They've got parking on the
Okay.
Then,
Just picture it.
do you want me to show you?
It's
Yeah.
the...
I suppose.
Because that street you get quite...
Rosebery Avenues.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Where?
So if you go up Rumstead Avenue, go into Salisbury Avenue,
Yep,
Yes.
then take the first left into Kirkwick,
yep.
then take the next right, and that's
Then
Rosebery.
you're in Rosebery.
Cool. They're quite big right now, aren't they?
Yes, they are, but something occurred to me when I had a look.
I think we just look at the,
Oh, I thought I saw parking.
It's got, yes. It hasn't got any front extension, has it? So there's a fair bit of room in front as well.
Yes, you see, you're saying about parking on the side, but there's not a lot of room for parking on the side.
They're parking
I think I still have some of the penny drops.
No, I think...
I think I still have some of the penny
Well,
drops planned. Sorry about that.
Okay.
They're directly in front of me, which is always a bad thing.
which side is it?
It's the argument last
Or will they get a look? There's on that side there.
two cars there and then two there.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're...
It's judged now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the proposed block plan.
So must be
number is it,
two
number
cars or
7?
something
But if you look at the proposed
Yeah.
plan,
That
there is
second one,
parking,
yeah.
you've got a car down
Yeah,
there.
it doesn't look very
Yes, it probably
difficult
would.
to tell from that.
It probably would.
Is this as proposed or existing?
Well, I've got the proposed there, there is a side. You've got to get something down the side there.
Oh, very nice.
Where am I looking?
Number 7.
Number 7.
That's it, there's
Yeah,
just-
you'd still be able to fit. If you can fit 2 down there now, you'd still be able to fit
Get
2
one.
down there.
Yes,
One and a half.
yes.
One and a small.
Someone who
Yeah.
drives a small Peugeot, I reckon I could get mine down there.
We're all right.
We're okay.
Well done. Okay, good.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
And then, last one is 5/2020/0415 Claygate Avenue. I mean, I think the only thing is, I mean, they are, the street scene is quite varied, and I couldn't work out, I was thinking about it, I've driven along it enough times, whether there are already existing houses that do have a degree.
And it looked as if it was going to be quite dark.
But it did look as, yes, I did think that, well, I did question whether it would be entirely in keeping with the street scene of Claygate. I mean, I think it's all right in terms of size, I think it's quite big houses along Claygate.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with that. And I was trying to, it's really as we
Yeah.
are,
There you
trying
go.
to see
Oh,
if other
yeah.
people have got cladding or
I
what.
mean, that
Yeah.
was pretty darn dark.
Yeah.
Can we pull up the street scene? I had a look at it earlier, and I couldn't work out, but I did think it, I thought the cladding was going to be a little bit overbearing.
Yeah.
Sheet metal roofing too.
I actually looked at the street, at the sheet metal roofing.
Oh, yeah.
I actually got it up online because I thought it was going to be horrendous. And actually, when you look at it, it can look very similar to tiled
Yes.
roofing. So it's not as bad as what it sounds.
Is it, I mean, like, does it keep the heat in or something?
I think it is specifically made for that particular purpose.
Yeah, so it is,
It's
so it would be,
manufactured.
so it would fit within being, if you like, sustainable.
I can't get the street sign.
Oh, I didn't get it in the end, it takes ages to get it or something.
Yeah.
But I think it's quite, yes, I thought it was quite dark.
It looks very, slightly big from that angle.
Yeah,
yes,
For
it does.
for that area,
Yeah.
rather than-
Yes,
it's a bit tricky to...
Oh, you were at one end of Claygate. You were all right, Lynn.
Am I?
Yeah.
yes.
Am I in the
So if
right?
you went leftish, you should be in the right spot. Well, I don't know what number we're looking at.
21.
No, 21.
Gosh, that is a strange angle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Satellite is still not quite the right size.
Well, that doesn't look right now, sorry.
Yes, it's not,
I just didn't feel it.
I think, but it's not right at the very end, 21, is it?
In the middle of that.
It's in the, yes, I was going to say, it's somewhere in the middle of Claygate 21.
Well, are we
Close
sort
to
of,
the substation on the other side of the road.
are we sort of agreeing with the recommendation, are we?
Yes, do we have any concerns about the scale of the size of the scale?
Oh, well, I mean, that one.
That one, yeah,
that-
it does look a bit
It's a bit, yes, that sort of middle bit is a bit,
desperate.
yes, it is, it's a bit sort of out of keeping with the street scene, and it's a bit overbearing, isn't it?
Also, does that first floor extension there seems to be directly on the side of the neighbouring property as well?
No,
The blue square between...
yes, there's no boundary.
No.
So that's not right.
No.
Oh, no, hang on, so this is, no, just a minute, wait, oh, no, this is still their land, isn't it?
No, so
No,
it's
oh, which are you looking at?
Here,
Oh, that one.
the hash blue square, not
So
square,
they're already-
rectangle. Yeah, but it's, I think that's ground floor, isn't it?
the existing
It's not
connection.
ground
That's first floor.
And then it's, yeah.
Yeah, so that shouldn't be.
I just worried
They're
that
not
if they
the
had a, if they had a light on it,
A window on this
Plans
side
on
or
the street,
something.
are they?
there's a potential for loss of amenity. I doubt we actually do have a window on that side, because we wouldn't.
They wouldn't want to look out of that.
Well, that would be, and if you did, they'd put in a condition, I think, about it.
Yeah.
That isn't a good look.
They say you wouldn't want to look at that. You
I mean-
really wouldn't want to look at that.
No,
The street thing consists of built dwellings with tiled
yeah,
fronts, some painted render. The materials for this are the composite sheet metal roofing, the open joint vertical timber cladding, and the micro cement render.
I think they're going to say it's all very sustainable, but it's not in keeping with the street view. And that, I mean, that's very,
Looks like the sign of a gymnasium.
I'm not sure what it looks
I think that's a little unfair on gymnasiums.
Actually, it looks like
It might as well be.
yes, I'm going to say it does, doesn't it? I can think of several unflattering things.
That really wouldn't worry me.
I mean, it's not my taste, so, you know.
But it is very overbearing, isn't it? I mean, that's the
my
point.
concern.
I mean, taste, whether it's one's taste or not, irrelevant, but it's that it's very,
Yeah.
very, I mean, I would call that massive.
I think in the right setting, it'd be fine, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Should
like
we
a
just add
Batman.
overbearing
Oh,
to the
that's
express
right, yeah.
concern?
It is very, I mean, the northeast elevation is very, yes,
I mean, obviously there'd be no objection.
no.
I mean, the actual building thing isn't that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Well, I mean, we could,
Yeah.
Do we just add overbearing into the already expressed
yes.
concern?
Yeah.
Or do we need to check?
And would you say possible
Well,
amenity to
uh,
next door?
well,
yeah.
no,
I
hang
think
on.
there's a possibility.
I think we need to change. I'm not sure what it says. Appears to meet policies ESB1 and ESB2 in respect to size and scale. I'm not sure it does.
Yeah.
Just change it to doesn't.
yeah.
Okay, so you want to change that?
Just change it to doesn't, I think.
Does not appear.
Yeah.
Possibly removing the word although or something.
Yes, right.
Yes. Does not appear to meet policies either. I think I expect that. And stick with it as and
From the sentence, it is possible.
Yeah.
yes.
Are we expressing concern or are we saying no?
I think concern.
Marginal, isn't
It's
it?
marginal.
I mean, if you're saying it's going against the local plan.
Then we should refuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
I think if
we
we're going to
have
say it doesn't meet the policies, we have to
Yeah.
refuse.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes.
It didn't, I mean, I do think it would stick out. I mean,
Yeah.
Right, okay, moving on, we've got... So we've got the pub appeals, we've got the one from the White Horse.
I hadn't picked
Got
up on
Wait-
it.
Oh, right, okay. Be interesting to see what they,
So that'd be interesting to see what they make of it. But
Did you want to add some rooms then, did they? Hotel?
yeah, but I think the issue is it's a listed,
Yeah.
what we're going to do for listed buildings, isn't it,
Yeah.
including the one demolition.
Is there anything in the neighbourhood plan about hotels?
Hotels count as residential property.
Ah, that makes sense.
Well, there's class C1, but I think in terms of when you actually look at things, I think they're all going to under it. Certainly, I think they probably nursing homes do, I'm not sure, hotels.
Nursing, oh yeah, well,
Yes,
because
I think,
I guess, I think so.
I think they do, I think they'd come actually under residential, but I think, anyway, it'd be interesting to see what comes out of that. Then we've got, Councillor Corlins, just for noting. No, we haven't. I've jumped ahead of myself. Prior notifications. Yes, we have all the prior notifications for council forums, yes, we've got those, the noting. And then we've got page 33 to 48, the noting, the decisions by planning committee at St Albans. Anything very exciting in these? Really just for noting. And then we have application to tree work. I know Councillor Lineker has registered personal registration, just as it. But I think this report really is for noting.
Great, yeah.
We don't need to leave it or anything, so we've noted it. And then the date for the next meeting is Tuesday the